The episode title, Hell Week, is a play on the infamous Hell Week in military training, a grueling test of endurance designed to break recruits before they earn their place among the elite. But this time, it's not just a training exercise. Someone isn't making it out alive. Synopsis. When a grueling Australian Special Forces training exercise in the Blue Mountains turns deadly, NCIS, Sydney is called in to determine if it was an accident, hazing gone wrong, or premeditated murder. As the team races against time to uncover the truth, JD and Evie clashed over conflicting witness statements, Blue grapples with his military past, and Mackie discovers that someone is pulling strings behind the scenes to cover up the real story. The deeper they dig, the more it becomes clear this wasn't just Hell Week. It was a setup. Episode breakdown. Training turns deadly. The episode kicks off at dawn in the rugged Blue Mountains, where a group of Special Forces trainees, covered in mud and sweat, push through a brutal endurance challenge. Their instructor, Captain Troy Beckett, barks orders as the recruits drag logs through thick brush and submerge themselves in ice-cold water. Suddenly, one of them, Petty Officer Ryan Hatcher, collapses. His body trembles violently before going eerily still. The other trainees rush to him, calling for a medic. But it's too late. Hatcher is dead. As the camera lingers on the tense faces of his fellow trainees, Captain Beckett orders the others to stand down. He radios for emergency response, but there's a flicker of unease in his expression. This isn't just exhaustion. Something's wrong. Cut to NCIS Sydney HQ, where the call comes in. The investigation begins. Jim J.D. Dempsey and Evie Cooper arrive on the scene, greeted by Lieutenant Colonel Renee Lawson, who oversees the training program. She insists that Hatcher's death was heat exhaustion, a tragic but common occurrence in such grueling conditions. But Dr. Roy Blue Waterhouse, after a quick field examination, frowns. Heat exhaustion? No, look at his pupils. This isn't just dehydration. Michelle Mackie, already scrolling through Hatcher's personnel file, chimes in. Guy had a clean bill of health. No pre-existing conditions. JD kneels next to the body, inspecting the lips and fingertips. A slight bluish tint, cyanosis. He turns to Evie. Whatever happened here, Hatcher didn't just drop dead, he was poisoned. Hugh title card, NCIS, Side Theories and suspects. Accidental overdose? Back at the forensic lab, forensic scientist Connor Wu runs blood tests and finds traces of DMP, dinitrophenol, a dangerous illegal stimulant often used in extreme weight loss and endurance training. Mackie. That stuff is a ticking time bomb. One dose too high, and your body literally cooks itself from the inside out. Evie. So what? Hatcher took something to keep up with the others, and it backfired. JD isn't convinced. Someone gave it to him. The team looks at each other. If Hatcher was drugged, this is murder. Hazing gone wrong. The team starts questioning the other recruits, and a picture of extreme competition emerges. One trainee, Private Jake Kinsley, hesitates before speaking. We're pushed hard, yeah, but no one forced Hatcher to take anything. Evie. You sure about that? Jake looks away. Silence. Mackie pulls up messages from a confiscated phone. About something. Hatcher texted a friend the night before. They won't break me. Not like the others. JD and Evie exchange looks. Not like the others. Was Hatcher being targeted? A cover-up at the top. The deeper the team digs, the more resistance they face from Lieutenant Colonel Lawson. She refuses to release training footage, citing classified military operations. Blue. That's bull. If this was an accident, why the secrecy? JD pushes harder, getting a tip from an inside source. Turns out 2 other trainees were quietly discharged weeks ago, both after medical complications suspiciously similar to Hatcher's. Evie. We're not dealing with just one death. This is a pattern. Mackie, hacking into restricted records, uncovers that Captain Beckett had disciplinary complaints against him in a previous training post, claims of excessive force, pushing recruits past their limits. JD. Looks like Beckett's been playing God with these guys' lives. But when they try to bring Beckett in, they find him gone. He's fled the base. The race to stop Beckett. As the team searches for Beckett, they discover that he's booked a last-minute flight out of Sydney. Evie. He's running. That means he knows something. JD, or someone's making him disappear. A tense airport takedown ensues. Beckett is cornered just before boarding. But he isn't scared. He's relieved. Beckett, you don't get it. I wasn't running. I was trying to save myself. JD, skeptical. Save yourself from what? Beckett swallows hard. You're after the wrong person. It's not me you should be worried about. It's Lawson. The shocking twist,